telling me, you don't even know your history. It's no Kings Mountain, North South Carolina, that's north. And I'm like, no, baby, you need to draw your lines. That's all about the lines once again. And we figured it out, and he apologized. And that's one of the things that I've really been kind of focused on, is having that hard conversation. Being able to sit down and actually talk without catching an attitude, without getting upset, because we have to do that in order to just squash this racism that is something severe nowadays more than ever before. And people need to realize that we're backing up. We're backing up something severe, and we gotta stop this. We gotta slow it up. We gotta stop it if possible. But the only way to do that is to have that conversation, is to start talking and start explaining and start understanding each other and where we are. So, any other questions?
Yes, how far did you go back on the Yadales?
On the yes.
we spoke online about that.
Yes.
And I told you about my father, my grandfather, and great-grandfather.
Well, this is going to be a big help, and I appreciate that. Because the Yadale line, as I was explaining to my lady right here earlier, yes, that's your mom. And basically, the Yadale line is like this. Martha Brooks, who was my two-time great-grandmother. Martha Brooks was owned by Preston Brooks, Whitfield Brooks. She was, both times I found her in the Edgefield slave record book. And Martha was a breeder. So she had children. For those that don't know what a breeder is someone who has children to sell out. A lot of people don't think that exists, but it actually did. And she did have children out. I was able to find 7 for sure, 9 possible. I haven't been able to prove 2 of them yet, but 7 I know. And I don't know. Somebody from her line could have been sold and then had children and didn't know it, and came back and married a cousin and didn't know it, and it just all went from there. So the Yadale line is very difficult, but I do know that my mom's DNA connects to white Yadales.
Right.
So but they're listed as distant cousins, and you being a Yadale, why am I distant? So we're trying to figure that out. I have narrowed down one person who was owned by the Yadale line by the name of Peter, who has the same name as my grandfather, my great-grandfather, Peter Yadale. So it was through that information that I was able to move forward. But as far as going back on the white line, I go back to the beginning of the Yadales. I literally go, his name is Anthony. He came over here in he was born, I think, 1731. He's the one that came over. So if we connect to him, then we're all Yadales. If we connect to him, bloodline. But his name is Anthony, yes. Now, as far as black Yadales, I'm stuck at the Brooks Yadale line. And it's hard to deal with the Brooks and the Yadales because the Brooks family, for those that are from the Edgefield area, know that the Brooks were very involved in slavery. They believed in it. They wanted to keep it. Yadales weren't that way. They actually had a whole nother thought process. And to the point where they even buried their Yadale slaves with them. Even though they enslaved them, they had them doing jobs that were worthful jobs like seamstress, carpenter, blacksmith, money, things that you could make money that you needed. They needed you. So they made sure those types of things was happening. But Brooks wasn't that way. They weren't that way. And it's sad because my 2 times great-grandmother was a slave to her father. And they would have done whatever. So we did, but Martha sparked a huge conversation. Martha sparked a conversation on my Facebook page where I had people telling me, why are you doing this? You're doing revisionist history. Let me explain something to everybody in here. This is not a revisionist history. This is real history. This is the truth. This is everything and everybody. The history that you are getting right now in school is partial. Right. We don't know everything that's going on. We don't know everything that actually happened back then because only half of it is being taught and given. That is my biggest issue. I think that if everybody knew every piece and every bit, you just couldn't be as fighting and combative as you would. I love Edgefield. I think it's awesome. I think everything about Edgefield is awesome, from its records to just everything. I think it's one of the best places. It's a gold mine. Like Marla said, it's a gold mine. And but we need to get to that information, and we need to start opening up and really talking to each other. White, black, purple, green, it doesn't matter. We need to start talking to each other. Yes, ma'am.